matchup. Obviously, we talk a lot about, and we were kind of talking about this before the broadcast today, how does a team play when you know you can't get top 4, or you know your chances are so slim that it's likely not going to happen. And I think that the answer, for me at least, is you're a competitor. And you are going to do everything in your power to win your games and to beat the other team, because winning as a competitor, you want to win no matter what. And I mean, there's a good chunk of prize money at the top, but I mean, this is a competition at the end of the day. These are guys that want to be the best at what they do.
Yep.
So, you know, it comes back to that spirit of competitiveness.
I agree. It comes down to a mentality, and there's kind of two driving forces. It's bragging rights and money. And one of those has got to motivate these guys. It might just be the money at this point because they're not in it for the placement. So you want to win, obviously. You don't want to go down. For Copenhagen Flames, they don't want to have an 0-win season. You know, they don't win anything.
Right.
And for Excel, they would love to have double their wins for the season as well, and move up the rank and maybe keep their second to last place spot. So again, you're right. There's not too much that these guys are playing for at this point. It's who finishes where at this point.
Yeah, and for these guys, it's finding what's going to motivate them to be able to play through these matches, because it can be a tough one when, you know, like you said, for Copenhagen Flames that currently on trajectory for a winless season, like winning this would just kind of be a relief. Like at least we didn't put an offer up, you know?
And it's kind of a sad story for Copenhagen Flames because they had the miraculous comeback plans through the lower bracket where they win 9 in a row, and they looked really good, and we thought this team was actually going to look great throughout the season, but it just didn't quite work once they got into the rival series.
It did not, but this game underway. And again, the league average for score per game, 318. All 3 members of Copenhagen Flames sitting well below that. Shakeron at 287, Didris at 244, and then Frizz at 292. So again, not a lot happening productive with the ball for the Copenhagen Flames. Excel, though, they're not much higher. And so both of these teams kind of fight. Copenhagen Flames looking for their first win of the season. Didris going that towards midfield. Markey back over to Pondex. Pondex met there against the Copenhagen Flames, and Frizz looking to take that one away. And again, Excel just kind of working the sidewall here on the blue half. Just kind of taking turns to see what hole will open up in the box for them. And met by Didris, knocked out to the corner. That shot is on target. Markey gets it. Finally, the corner shot on. 1-0 Excel.
And this is the guy that I said was going to do it for Excel. Markey Duda has looked pretty good throughout this season. He's able to put that one away on target. Nobody home for Copenhagen Flames. And Excel up 1-0.
And so, Excel with the early lead against Copenhagen Flames. And they'll look to continue it. Excel has played some close series this season. They've actually had a couple of clutch goals as well in a league where there haven't been that many clutch goals. So when put on the line in a close game, Excel's been about as good as anyone could have been. And they're in midfield. Pondex gonna take that one out, and there's a shot on target, and Niels Cook picks up the second goal for Excel.
And where's the rotation for Copenhagen Flames at this point? Because this ball coming down the field actually goes lateral for a second. The rotation's still not back. It's just Frizz there, and Niels Cook able to put that one away.
And speaking of Pondex, picks up an assist there. That's Pondex is a guy who's really struggled this season and really trying to find his place, and starting off really well in this series. Last week as well, Pondex played a little better than he had in previous weeks, but this Excel squad, again, everyone trying to pick up the pieces here and pick up another win for them. The best touch going to take advantage is Niels Cook, but he does lose the challenge. The big demo, Shakeron. He's gone on that play, but Didris is able to throw that ball out. And Shakeron stays with it, able to clear that ball out. Copenhagen Flames have spent about 15 total seconds in the blue half of the field, or excuse me, in the orange half of the field. They've spent much more time in their own half, really struggling to clear this ball away. Shakeron finally, with the first concentrated assault, they pick up a goal on Frizz.
Well, as soon as you say it, they have to prove you're wrong, and they go down the field, and they find Frizz here off the backboard. Great pass from Chacaron. The follow-up's there. He puts it away, and the Copenhagen Flames only down by 1 at this point.
And a big goal for them to get back into this game. Off the kickoff. Both members cheating up for this one. Frizz tries to stay with it. Didris back to Niels Cook. Niels Cook flicks that up. It's off the backboard, and Markey just missing it. Pondex gonna throw that one against the backboard. Markey tried to get back to it, but it gets cleared away. Pondex rolling that one towards the net. And it's knocked away. Frizz. That one headed towards the net off the post. A follow-up from Didris up high. Chacaron has a free ball in front of the box. It's off the backboard and saved. Knocked away from Excel. 2 Excel members in the corner. Here comes Copenhagen Flames. That shot knocked away.
And here's the good news for the Copenhagen Flames. Excel has the highest goals against per game, sitting at 2.5. Again, per game. So that's huge for Copenhagen Flames, knowing that this defense has struggled throughout the season.
And in midfield, Frizz. Didris just trying to get in the way. Actually, demos one out of rotation, but Niels Cook stays with the ball. Again, making a lot out of a little as far as his boost total's concerned. Marky Duda on the challenge, back to Pondex. Pondex to Niels. Niels up high, back straight down. Marky can't find the net, and Didris able to clear it away.
That's another one for Excel where they could have had a better, more dangerous opportunity, but they just couldn't get a hold of the ball. That ball kind of dropping on the backside of Markey. He could have had an opportunity in front of the net because Copenhagen Flames allowed it.
In the corner, Pondex on target, just off. So it's not on target. Casters say silly things. And the sidewall. That shot just high. 40 seconds to go. Copenhagen Flames threatening here. Up high, it's going to be saved by Niels Cook. So the Flames looking for that tying goal here in game number 1. Can they find it here? Didris back to Pondex. Pondex stays with it, challenged by Frizz. Taking it as Niels Cook and knocked away. Didris gonna take this to the corner and cleared away by Marky Duda. Excel hanging on to this 2-1 scoreline. And the quick passing play, but no one on the finality of it. This Flames, do they score here?
Oh,
That's headed in with 2 seconds left, and the Flames tie it up.
I was about to comment and say that the Copenhagen Flames have had this extended stay on the offensive side, or for the defensive side of Excel, and for them, they're finally able to crack the code and put that one away after 8 shots come out from Copenhagen Flames.
And we could have game 1 overtime off that kickoff, and we will. And so, Copenhagen Flames with 2 unanswered goals to get back into it. Chacaron on the challenge here for the Flames. Marky Duda on target. He's got a net for Pondex. And how about Excel picking up a quick win here in overtime?
And they just march down the field after the kickoff. Marky Duda drops it right on top of Pondex. He's got basically an open net to shoot on at that point. And in 12 seconds, Excel able to take game 1 in overtime.
And so Copenhagen Flames early in that game really seemed to just struggle getting it out of their own half. Again, midfield control wasn't there. Pitch control, well, it was all Excel for the first half of the game. 2 goals. Now you're down 2 goals. Well, at the latter half, it completely reversed. And then they started putting on extended assaults, able to finally get a goal at the end of the game to tie it up. But again, kickoff in overtime kills you.
And it's a very defensive-minded team here from Copenhagen Flames. 8 saves coming out here in this game. The majority of those came in regulation, of course. And for Copenhagen Flames, it's just not good to be playing defense the entirety of the game. Like you had pointed out, Excel was in their offensive zone for most of that game. In the beginning of the game, it was really just Excel playing in that half of the field. For Copenhagen Flames, they broke out maybe 1 time on a clear. So for Copenhagen Flames, they need to move the ball down the field, make things happen on offense, and have those extended stays on offense like they did at the end of regulation.
Yeah, and Excel's putting together a couple of there goes my pen.
Uh-oh.
A couple of nice, solid passing plays on the attacking half of the field. So they've looked good as far as that goes. But again, leaving an open net or two, kind of maybe just caught out in rotation. But game number 2, we're going to be getting that underway here in a second. Again, the Copenhagen Flames now a longer journey to try to fight for their first win of the season. And like we've said over and over, no one wants to be 0-7. I don't believe the European rival series has had an 0-7 team.
I don't think they have. We'll have to double check because I'm pretty sure it happened in North America once or twice.
It's happened both seasons. But Europe has not. Can Copenhagen Flames keep that train going? Will they continue hunting for the W? Excel from their own corner. Markey gonna take that out from the ceiling. Wanted that second touch. Niels Cook coming in on the support. Low against the backboard. Podex off the post and in. And Excel an early lead again.
And again, for Copenhagen Flames, it's just slow defense here, kind of just watching the ball go over their head. You see Fridge trying to drop back into rotation, but Chacaron's not there to take his place, and it opens up a shot there for Excel, now up 1-0.
The Flames, the team with 9 straight victories in the lower bracket of the play-ins, struggling right now in game 1, or game 2, excuse me. Oh, knocked downfield. Excel staying with this ball. Niels Cook just giving way for Pondex. Didris gets 2 wins there for Copenhagen Flames, and they make something of it. Pondex playing this slow against in midfield. Didris back over to Frizz. It goes to Didris. That shot's on target, but Pondex in the rotation picks up the save. Niels Cook in the corner. Can't find that one. It's boomed downfield. Chacaron over. Markey does find it, so not a ton of action in the last minute or so. Didris can't get to that ball, and as soon as there's no action, we got sub, and Markey picking up the second goal.
And Markey coming into this week with 68% of the goal participation. We saw it in the first game, he kicked things off, and now getting the second one here for Excel. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game, and Copenhagen Flames again have had extended stays on defense this time. Excel doing a great job of locking them in.
Pondex popping it over 1. Niels Cook in support, it's on target, and Excel 3-0 here against the Copenhagen Flames.
Excel definitely looking in control here. For the Flames, they don't want this game to get out of hand. If this starts to get 5, 6, 7 goals, it's going to be a long series for Copenhagen.
In midfield, Pondex trying to force his way through. And Niels Cook doesn't have that one. A big chance for the Copenhagen Flames, but Pondex says no way. And Demo Chacaron, the only man could have made that demo, or made that goal. Excuse me, not Chacaron. A member of the Flames. Marky Duda. Up high, Frizz down to Didris. That's a good tee, but off of the post. And the Flames, again, no goal for them. As we approach the halfway mark, they pick up one there off the pass from Frizz, and it's 1-3.
We haven't seen Didris be too involved on offense throughout the season, but in this game in particular, he's been looking pretty good moving the ball down the field and playing a point man for them. So for Copenhagen Flames, getting him going is great.
Pondex off the kickoff. Excel maybe threatening for another goal, but there's the Flames pulling on an assault. They have a lot of time left to pull this one back. Knocked towards midfield. The Chacaron, and the Flames off the post again. The worst enemy right now for the Flames.
And I'm pretty sure that shot was about to go in there either way, but putting that one off the post definitely secures it out of the net for the Flames. That one hurts.
Well, Didris, he wants to look for Frizz. Pondex cut that one up a little too high. Chacaron, there's a shot and a great save by Niels Cook.
Great save coming out of the top of the net there, and Copenhagen Flames getting that going. Those passing plays, especially on the offensive third, is so strong. That was a great shot, but it just took a fantastic save to keep that one out.
Marky Duda with a great challenge, or a great defense off the backboard. Has to pop up for this one, but the Flames threatening with Didris. Almost. Shakaron taking a shot low against the crossbar, now against the backboard, defended by Marky Duda. Flames, plenty of chances. A pass to nobody will be cleared away by Niels Cook. Niels in the corner. Net here versus Excel. Shakaron staying with it. Keep the ball out of the back of the net. Keeping the Flames' hope of a victory here in Game 2 alive. Niels Cook will throw it downfield. Didris too far under it. And Excel. Boom it downfield again. Marquis off the ceiling, maybe. I think that's what he wanted to go for, but Niels Cook with a great touch, and it's 4-1 here for Excel.
That's a great touch there from Niels Cook as it comes down. Marquis actually just didn't even touch it after it came off the ceiling there. Puts it past the last defender. Great shot from him, and Excel up 4-1 now with less than a minute.
You got to feel for the Copenhagen Flames, as they might be looking towards Game 3. 3 goals in a minute, pretty much unheard of. Shakaron back down to Didris. And finding his way down and around, and Shakaron picking up a save, and another save from Didris to get it out of harm's way. And speaking of Shakaron, I mean, this is a guy in the Rival Series last year with method, couldn't make the top 4. You go on with the Copenhagen Flames, you have that sick run, keep hitting the crossbar, and then a save off the post.
Oh no.
Copenhagen Flames trying to find that goal, but and then just really struggling this season as well. So, I mean, just for Shakaron alone, it's been a tough road. Didris in Season 1 of Rival Series, now coming back in Season 3, they just haven't been able to make it work. Excel going up 2-0 here in this series.
Yeah, and especially in this game for Copenhagen Flames, they have hit everywhere but the net. Hitting above, left, right, post, inside the post, doesn't matter. They're putting it all over the place, and they cannot put it on target. And really, I feel like, especially that last part of the game where the Flames had multiple shots on target, uncontested shots, and or not even on target, excuse me, off target.
Yeah. They
couldn't put it on target, and that was the biggest problem for them, I think, in this game at least.
No, absolutely. And on the other side of the table for Excel, I mean, you're just taking advantage of mishaps on defense by Copenhagen Flames. Now, we did have some sick touches from Niels Cook as well to pick up a few more goals, but for Excel, I mean, there's less double committing on their end. I'm not seeing much of that. They're not feeling a lot of pressure, which will just lead to less mistakes overall.
Excel looks solid so far. I think Marky Duda has done a great job. Niels Cook really got to show himself here in game number 2. And again, I think that this game in this series would be different if Copenhagen Flames was just putting those shots on target 50% more.
Yeah.
Able to put some more goals into the back of the net, because at this point, especially in this game where Excel kind of built this huge lead in the beginning, and we talked about we don't want Excel to start running away with this game, because then you start thinking about tilt and the mentality thing that we were talking about earlier for Copenhagen Flames. So they didn't let the game get out of hand, but then it was like, well, we can't score either. So that was the biggest problem for them. And for this is it for them. I mean, this is where they need to turn it around, or they're going to have a tough go later on.
And in Game 3, well, Europe has had more sweeps than I think we're ever used to in the Rival Series this season. We almost had one between Team Secret and Savage. And we may have one here with the Flames versus Excel. Shakaron looking to start quickly. Excel has scored in the first 30 seconds in both games here in this series. Frizz challenged, and Didris not the best touch, forcing Shakaron to go back and get this. Marquis up high. It's against the backboard, challenged by Shakaron, but he actually stays with it, looking for Didris, shoots, scores. Copenhagen Flames take the lead.
Well, he still hit the post, but at least it goes in this time for Didris. I'll give it to him as this one comes across. Great read from him, and he drops it down. That's how you start off a game when you've already down 2-0.
Their first lead. Well, not their first lead. Yeah, it is their first lead now that I'm thinking back at it. of this series. Chakaron trying to play bully, and Copenhagen Flames again. They love that crossbar, but it goes in again. Frizz.
They have to do it, but this is a great play from Chakaron. He kind of leaves it out for his teammate, goes for the goalkeeper in front. Marky Duda has to recognize that and get out of the way. And Copenhagen Flames, they come alive here in the first minute.
Able to take advantage off that kickoff. Feel like they might have to score a little bit more against Excel. But it's kind of what we've talked about before, Corelli. You know, off broadcast, on broadcast, is when you see a team just continually hit the crossbar uncontested, well, fine, just, you know, if they can lower their shot a little bit, all of a sudden they just start scoring goals. And that's what's happened here with the Copenhagen Flames. They literally moved it down about a centimeter, and now it's bouncing off the crossbar and in, and they're picking up goals. Off the corner, Marky trying to set his team up for Excel's first Game 3 goal. Towards midfield, that ball against the crossbar and out. And Frizz ends up giving away right to Excel. Here in the corner, met against the backboard. Chakaron has it defended. Pondex having to come back to it in the air. And Didris trying to start it off, but a big demo. No one's able to follow it up. Actually, it was Didris who did get demoed, so no one was just there to follow it up. Flames trying to move downfield. Chakaron staying with it. Looking for Chakaron, maybe is Frizz. But again, cleared away downfield. Some quick passing from Excel. We're approaching the halfway point in game number 3. And the Flames holding on to this lead.
And now on the other side of things for Excel, they've only put on 2 shots, and they've been weak ones at that. For Copenhagen or for Excel, they need to put some more dangerous shot on target. We saw a lot more Marky Duda involvement in the offense for Excel that we haven't seen in this game, and what a double tap coming out from Didris.
I believe there was a bump in net as well to accompany this one. See Frizz getting in there. Yeah, he got dirty right there with Niels Cook, and Didris putting one top from the top. Nice shot.
Great shot from Didris, and again, we haven't really seen too much offense from him, but in this game alone, he's got 2 goals, and Copenhagen Flames up 3-0.
Didris back out to Chakaron, looking for Didris, who stays in the air.
Oh my goodness.
Almost hit that himself, it doesn't matter. Chakaron will pick that up, 4-0 for the Flames.
Well, all of a sudden now they're going for the highlight plays as you see Didris coming across, almost able to connect on that one, but great from Chakaron to follow that one up and slam it home for the Flames, now up 4-0.
And Excel trying to get back to it. Up, trying to find the touch, moving, shoots and scores. Niels Cook finding his way back to that ball. Excel get on the board.
And that one is kind of a breakdown on defense here for the Flames. This one kind of comes across. It's the shot down, comes off the post, and I believe it would have gone off a player there from Copenhagen Flames, but nonetheless, it goes in for Excel, and they get one back, and it's kind of the inverse of what we saw last game, where if you're Excel, you don't want this game to get out of hand, where Copenhagen Flames start putting on the highlight reel shots and go up 5, 6, 7 goals.
Now Chakaron puts one off the crossbar and in, and Copenhagen Flames finally hitting some nice double touches.
That's like 3 in a row from Copenhagen Flames this time. Now it's Chakaron again, just putting it right off the crossbar. Hey, if you're going to hit the crossbar every single time, why don't you follow it up? And they've been doing it. Now 5 goals for Copenhagen Flames.
Looking to seal away game 3. Trying to move on to this game 4 again. Copenhagen Flames on the hunt for that first win. Maybe look for a 6th goal. They're finding passes downfield. Excel moving towards the net. Marky picks up one for Excel.
Marky's had a couple great shots from the wall here in this series. This one now high, coming down actually in front of the net. Frizz backwards, not able to read that one in time. And again, Marky Duda just exposing the slow defense from Copenhagen Flames.
The minute 46 left to go for Excel. Let's maybe try to complete this, but at this point, you are thinking about game 4. Nice defense by Pondex to get it out, and a good follow by Niels Cook. Marky looking for Pondex, or Niels Cook, who's looking for Pondex. Off the ceiling, Didris gets another touch, but defended. by Niels Cook. That shot defended again by Pondex. Copenhagen Flames hitting some pretty bangers here, but defended by Excel. Shakaram back to Frizz. Oh, and that touch right in front of the box, picked off. And the 6th goal here for the Flames. Didris scoring another.
Now 3 for Didris. Is this just a breakdown on defense here? Not the best touch coming out in front of the net, and then Didris just dunking away the last defender, putting that one away. Now 6-2 your scoreline in favor of Copenhagen Flames.
And so the Flames really scoring big in game 3. Oh, and that one's gonna head towards the net. Didris picking up another goal here for the Flames. It's 7-2.
Didris now has 4 goals in this game alone. Coming into this series, he had 5. He has almost doubled the amount of goals he's gone the entirety of the season in this game alone.
Well, it's gotta feel good to score goals the way they're scoring them right now in this series. Just nice and fun against the backboard. And Excel, you try to move down forward with that, and we've seen Didris try to go for what I definitely would consider cheeky earlier in the game, trying to take a pre-jump midfield pass from Shakaran, and that's fun. I like that. I like having some fun with it, and it's 7-2 right now for the Flames, and in game number 4, moving on, maybe just going in with that fun mentality that kind of, you get loose. You're feeling a lot looser. Excel almost picking up one right there. And Markey just stays right there, able to put a 3rd goal in. I believe he has all 3 goals here for Excel in game 3.
Niels Cook does have 1 goal here for Excel. That's actually a great shot from Markey coming off the wall there. If it wasn't 7-3 with 6 seconds left, that would have been a lot better for Excel, but nonetheless, a great goal from him as we just run at the clock at this point. Copenhagen Flames looking to stay alive in this series.
They are looking to stay alive, and Didris picks up, he matches his goal total for the season in this game alone. And they win. 8 goals, and I believe that the Copenhagen Flames coming into this game, look how many goals they've scored. Okay, so they've scored a lot of goals. I was thinking they've actually matched half their total goal score all season long in this game alone. I mean, 8 goals is a lot for any game of Rocket League. But, they had a couple of nice passing plays early in the game. It kind of got away from Excel early, and there's kind of a point of no return. And that's where it kind of got out of hand for Excel.
And I think that for Copenhagen Flames, this is one of the most offensive, prolific games that they've ever had in the entirety of Rival Series. So for them, let's keep this going. Again, I mentioned this in the first game of this matchup. Excel, they give up goals. They have the highest goals against in the league. So for Copenhagen Flames to just put shots on target is a huge help for them in this series. And that's why you saw so many goals go in, is because the defense from Excel has struggled throughout the Rival Series.
Yeah, it really has struggled. And for the Flames, again, they're finding first 2 games where you were just kind of hitting the crossbar. Game number 3, they finally started not. Well, they kept hitting the crossbar, but they kept going in. It was what I was trying to say. So just more of that. Better placement will probably net Copenhagen Flames another win here in game 4.
Yeah, and again, for getting Didris going as well is really helpful. We talked about how poor he's been on offense for the Flames, and for Excel now, it's where's the Marquee Duda? Where's Niels Cook linking up on the offense? We saw it late in that game, but we didn't really get to see the same Excel that we saw in the first 2 games of this series.
Well, game number 4, we are going. Copenhagen Flames looking to continue to try to complete what would be a reverse sweep if they end up taking these next 2 games. Big demo onto Frizz. He's not going to be picking up that goal. Pondex with a shot, and it's saved by Didris. Niels Cook kind of throwing that one down. Frizz working his way, one more to beat, gets around Pondex, but using the length of that Batmobile was Pondex to pick up the save. So Excel trying to move downfield. That's not in. Markey able to get back and make a save. That shot's on target, saved by Niels Cook. Pondex finds its way to Markey. Excel trying to move downfield, so first minute of gameplay, still no goal for either team. That ball almost getting away from Excel, but they stay with it here in the blue corner. Towards midfield, just missing Pondex, cleaning up off the crossbar. Markey almost with a great follow-up. Excel, chance to go up early, and they just miss.
That's a close one there. You want Markey Duda in that position and not capitalizing. It hurts Excel. Now back the other way for Copenhagen Flames. They've had a couple of dangerous shots. Excel's only had about one player in their net, just kind of waiting to block it away. But they're able to break down this defense for Copenhagen Flames.
Well, Markey putting it on the opposite side. That shot is off. Markey will just carry this one out. Actually, try to pinch it against the ramp. Frizz, he's got Chakaron on the wing, blocked, and then knocked away there by Markey. Didris off the ceiling. He's gonna stay with this one, but actually winning that challenge there. Pondex gonna take it out here for Excel. Frizz low against the backboard. Didris, shot on target, but saved by Niels Cook. He's got Markey in transition, but Markey just missing. He ran out of boost on his way up.
That was a double commit there from Copenhagen Flames. Frizz went for the demo. Well, I believe it was Chakaron coming down for the shot, so Excel not able to capitalize on the transition to offense.
Markey, and take it from the corner. That shot's on target. Niels Cook again. Another save. Some solid goaltending coming out from Excel. Niels Cook, that shot knocked away. Frizz midfield. That ball popped up and saved by Didris. Frizz on the challenge. It stays in the blue half for now. Markey, all you can do is throw it towards midfield. Chakaron finally gets a solid clear downfield. Pondex, he stays with this ball. Excel doing well when they have the ball in the offensive half of the field, and then really shutting things down defensively. Copenhagen Flames, well, they're struggling to find a pace right now. They've had one solid opportunity. That ball's gonna go in from Niels Cook. A great pass from Markey, starting with Pondex.
And I feel like for Excel, this was inevitable for them as they had trouble putting shots on target early in this game, and Markey Duda wasn't really finding his form. Now finally connecting with each other here, able to put that one away, and Excel late into this game get their first goal.
Off the kickoff, Niels Cook. Take this one in, Excel. Immediately pulling off, that's off the crossbar, and a great touch from Markey to boom it back downfield. He's had himself a series for sure. That pass to Pondex, knocked away. That's on target. No one's home for this. It's gonna be a goal for Chakaron, tied up.
And this is a great play or shot from Chakaron as he realizes that the touch from Niels Cook wasn't good. He could see the length of the field. Nobody was home. He just had to put it on target. He does so. And the Copenhagen Flames able to tie things up 20 seconds or so after giving up their first goal.
And in this game, Copenhagen Flames, can they find the lead and force this game 5? Well, Pondex up high, defended by Chakaron. Downfield already is Didris against the corner. Back to Frizz, defended by Pondex. And Niels Cook wants to carry it out. Back to Pondex. Excel towards Flames territory. It's that one up high. Back to Chakaron, challenged by Markey Duda. Again, great challenges by Excel. And for the most part, keeping this ball out of the box. Pondex stays with it. Didris from his own corner. Challenged against Niels Cook, popping up high off the crossbar. Finishing, maybe no. It's just slammed against the back wall for Excel. We could have a game 4 overtime. Didris, there's a pass to Frizz, but broken up by Pondex. Getting up downfield. Excel trying to get this out of their own half. Chakaron, that challenge giving way for Didris. He doesn't find him. Up high towards the box. Frizz able to make the save. Frizz staying with it, rolling against the ramp. They're gonna kill it for overtime.
And Excel looking to close out this series and move on for Copenhagen Flames, trying to force a Game 5 here and trying to find their first win, their first series win of the rival series.
Ooh, that was off the crossbar. Markey finds the touch. Shakarron wants the shot, bounced off the backboard. Pondex follows up with a crucial clear. Didris, he's got Frizz on the wing. Frizz shoots, it's gonna be wide. Didris on the challenge, popped up and knocks to the other side. Shakarron and Copenhagen Flames stay alive. Frizz towards the net, challenged, knocked away. Niels Cook to Pondex. Excel downfield now. Back over, up high for Markey. A big demo opens things up, but Shakarron is there to clear it away. Shoots and he off the crossbar. Markey going under it. Pondex shoots, scores, and Excel win the series 3-1.
And it wasn't pretty from Excel, but they finally put this one away here as Pondex slides it in on the inside of the post. Frizz had no chance at it, and Excel in overtime take down Copenhagen Flames in a 3-1 thriller for them, because for Copenhagen Flames, they really got things going.